Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that is super important to me and something that I think will help a lot of you females who are out on your fitness journey, really looking to make changes and kind of unsure where to start or what goals to even kind of set for yourself. And I guess we're also going to debunk a couple myths in the process of this as well. So today I wanted to talk about body recomposition. This is something that is a little bit more of a higher level term that I think a lot of fitness magazines don't necessarily talk about, and different fitness platforms that we're very heavily exposed to don't always discuss. And I think it is super important because it can totally change your ideas and your goals when it comes to your fitness journey. So what body recomposition is kind of exactly what it sounds like. You are changing the composition of your body. So our bodies are made up of water, muscle mass, fat mass, bone mass, and all of these account for our weight. Now, when you're changing your body composition, you're going to be changing variables such as your muscle mass and your fat mass. We're not really looking to change our water mass, and we're not really looking to change our bone mass at all. We don't want to lose any bone mass. We don't want to lose water mass. But the variables that we can alter are the muscle mass that we have and the fat mass that we have. So more often than not, we often hear women talking about wanting to lose body fat, wanting to lose belly fat, or wanting to just tone their body. They're kind of nervous to maybe start lifting weights or gaining muscle. The thought of that is just oh no, gaining more muscle is just going to make me bigger, when in reality that is not necessarily the case, and we will dive into that a little bit deeper in this video. But essentially, this whole concept of toning is kind of what I want to start with first. So a toned body, which I've discussed before, I think on my Instagram stories most likely, can look like this. So somebody who is leaner, so they don't have a ton of fat mass, but they have muscle. Because if they didn't have muscle, they wouldn't have those same lines. A lot of people call it the skinny fat, where you're I'm skinny, but I don't really have the lines, I don't look toned. And that is just meaning I just want to put on more muscle. Because all those good looking lines is just muscle mass. It is just muscle mass. From here, talk about how to achieve body recomposition and what that can actually look like for you. Step is to kind of evaluate your training program. So are you maybe just doing cardio multiple times throughout the week and you're not necessarily lifting at all or doing any type of body weight calisthenic workouts? If that is the case and you want to lose more body fat and tone or kind of shape your body, you want to be able to see some lines, those lines are sexy. It's okay to want that. That is also muscle. So we're going to reframe this and we're going to say we want to gain a little muscle. If that is your goal, then it's important to start to kind of implement some weight training sessions. So maybe you start lifting weights once or twice a week, and maybe step away from the cardio 1 or 2 days a week and start to add in that resistance training. Because what resistance training does, it aids us in building lean muscle mass. Let's say you slow down on the cardio, you start lifting some weights, and you're okay, I can see I'm making changes, I feel stronger, I'm looking a little tighter in certain areas, and you can tell it's doing something, but maybe the scale is not changing, and maybe you want to see more progress. The exciting thing is body recomposition is already taking place. Your body is already building more lean muscle, and that is why you're going to be stronger, you're going to feel stronger in the gym, you're going to feel a little bit tighter in places, which also means that you're losing body fat. So body recomposition is happening, and the scale, we'll use this example, the scale is not changing, but you look tighter, maybe your clothes fit looser, and you feel stronger in the gym. These are just the benefits of resistance training starting to pay off for you. So your body you're changing the composition of it. You are now gaining some lean muscle and you are losing some body fat. To take this to the next level of getting even more toned or just leaner and building more muscle mass to look smaller and tighter and stronger, you will have to start to focus on your diet. And this is when I think a great place to start is just having simple guidelines. So guidelines of having protein with every single meal and a vegetable or fruit with every single meal as well. Starting there is just a really great place to start to build a stronger habit of fueling your body with what it needs, especially when you are starting that resistance training. And eating eating more protein is not going to make you gain weight. What will increase your body fat is just by eating more calories than your body needs in general. So if you really want to step things up and kind of get into the nitty-gritty of this, you can start tracking your calories using an app such as MyFitnessPal. You can find a coach. I have a really great nutrition guide that teaches you all about this, all about how to maintain your weight, how to change your body composition, so how you can account your calories for your goals. So if you want to change your body composition and become a little bit leaner, I have information on how to do that with your calories in the nutrition guide below, which I will link below. It's also super affordable. It will teach you everything you need to know about this subject of the matter with calories and figuring out your calorie goal. Anyway, I digress. So when you are taking into account your calories and you find your maintenance level, so this is the amount of energy that your body needs for the day in order for your weight to not necessarily change. When it comes to body recomposition, you might just think, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna have to eat in a calorie deficit so I can lose a bunch of body fat, which is true. Eating in a calorie deficit will help you lose body fat, but it is also important to not make that deficit too heavy, because when it comes to body recomposition, I personally like to look at it as a little bit longer of a journey. So it's not like a 6 weeks to shred concept. It's more of a 10 to potentially 20 weeks of really focusing on good, healthy habits, focusing on your strength in the gym, focusing on your progress in the weight room with resistance training. Through that 10, 12, 20 weeks, you will see so many changes within your physique, within your body fat, within your muscle mass. And those changes are so rewarding. They feel amazing. And also, since you didn't make those changes super fast and abruptly, it's generally a little bit easier to sustain those habits, to keep them going on for longer periods of time, and to not kind of, crash and burn and be like, oh my God, I reached my goals, but now I need to eat all of this. It prevents you from feeling really overwhelmed, which is why I like to personally take a little bit slower and steadier of a pace when it comes to this body recomposition goal. So as I was discussing, building muscle is not going to necessarily make you bigger. If you are working out in the gym, you are strength training, and you are also eating roughly about maintenance or even a little bit below maintenance calories, your body will start to change. Within 6 to 10 weeks, I promise you will see amazing results within your physique. You will feel much stronger. You will look much leaner. You will start to see those lines, those cuts, that definition that a lot of us really, really like and really want to see. That toned look, again, I really hate using that word, but for sake of this video, we'll describe it that way. But that is muscle, as I've said before. So that is how you will start to really recompose your body composition. And this is something that is really important to me, because I like to think of body recomposition instead of just dieting. I feel like when we just think of dieting, we just think of miserable things and just, we're just eating gross food just to lose body fat. We don't really enjoy it. It's not sustainable. It's not fun. I don't like to think of it that way. I like to think of it as a journey to change my body composition. So within the next year, I would like to have a little bit more muscle. Once I have a little bit more muscle, I will start to look a little bit leaner, because I will have that muscle mass. And muscle mass is metabolic tissue, which means that it requires energy. So you have to eat food to keep that muscle, as opposed to fat mass, which is not metabolic tissue. And the more you eat, the more you will just accumulate more of the fat mass if you're eating excess amount of calories. So over time, over maybe half a year or a year, as you're starting to build more muscle mass, you're going to have to start eating more to maintain that. And that is your body composition changing. And in turn, you will be eating more, you will be looking better, you will be feeling stronger. You will start to see those cuts, those definitions, those lines in your body that we all love to see. And it's a very rewarding feeling. I hope this video kind of helped to clarify what body composition is, how to change your body composition. And if you have any questions at all, please leave them below. I'm more than happy to answer them. Feel free to shoot me an email, a DM. If you are kind of struggling on your fitness journey and not sure where to start or where to go, I'm always here to help. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.